Hello and welcome to the Daily Forex Report for December 31st. Happy New Year, everyone. We are looking at the US-Japanese yen pair. This pair surged, gap down, surged up, closed pretty much at its high, just 0.5 of a pips off of its high due to the U.S. news of the fiscal cliff. By the time we get another session, because we're closed for New Year's, that opens, we should have an idea as to whether the U.S. was basically avoided the cliff or went over it. If Congress makes a deal, I'm looking to be a buyer of the US-Japanese yen pair at the open using a very tight stop loss of about 35 pips, looking for it to head to the upside. Especially ideally, if we get a gap down would be my preference. Look for it to head to the upside. Definitely look for it to go up to the 8,700 mark at very, very least. So that's the play I'm looking for. Definitely keep an eye on the US-Japanese yen pair as well as Congress and their ability to either push the ball down the road or to let us go over the cliff or make a deal, whatever the case may be. If we get some kind of bill passed, then at that point, look for the U.S. to head higher. Now, as far as news analysis go, Wednesday, January 2nd, we have the German Consumer Price Index being released for December at 8 a.m. Eastern. That is showing a hold at 1.9%. Then a little bit later in the day at 10 a.m. Eastern, we have the U.S. ISM manufacturing for December. They're showing a slight increase from 49.5 up to 50.3. Well, that pretty much wraps us up as far as the news goes. Let's take a look at what we're looking for as far as ranges in this next session. Now, the US-Japanese yen pair, we're looking for it to, like I said, potentially go up, hitting some resistance around the 8,700 mark, possibly hitting some support to the downside around 8,550. Now looking at the Euro-USD pair, this pair continues to move sideways, probably will until we get a definitive answer on the fiscal cliff as well as the new year, the holiday. Beyond that, though, we could see a breakout to the upside or downside depending on what happens there. Look for it to hit or move up to 133.06. Possibly down to 131.23. Look for some resistance around 132.75 and look for some support around 131.50. Now the pound US dollar pair surged to the upside. Look for it to potentially go as high as 162.90, possibly as low as 160.41. Look for some resistance around 162.75 and look for some support around 162.00. Now the U.S. Swiss, it's continued to move sideways as well, closed up for this past session. Look for it to potentially go as high on Wednesday when the market opens up to 0.9209, possibly as low as 0.9082. Look for some resistance around 0.9175 and look for some support around 0.9105. Well, that pretty much wraps us up for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading and Happy New Year.